Welcome to Happy Reading. Here are some of my favorite nonfiction / learning books for kids aged 3 through 7. Some of these will be younger, some of these will be older, but I'm going to start out with my favorite series of all that we have. It's the Look Inside series. I've already shown Look Inside Your Body on my favorite video, which you want to check it out because it's my favorite of the group. But this one's a brand new one, Look Inside How Things Work, and then there's Look Inside Construction Sites, but there's a dozen others in this series. And what's so cool about this is it teaches something with flaps and little bite-sized chunks of information. So my son and I were reading through this, and I was fascinated because he's always asked questions about where does the water go when you flush? Well, by golly, this book actually explains it in a really easy way. Anyway, so check out these if you have a curious kiddo or a subject that you've been wanting to teach. The Construction Sites is also a favorite. There's animal homes, there's nature, there's castle. You'll have to check them out. Okay, so lift the flap first, questions and answers. We have several in this series as well. This one is What Makes It Rain. So you're gonna find it a lot about the rain and about the weather and climate. If you go on walks and your kid's always asking you questions, this book is for you or this whole series is actually, because it explains things in a way that parents can memorize and kids can understand. I myself just don't know how to answer some questions, but now I feel a lot more armed with that knowledge. There's how do flowers grow? How do animals talk? Different things like that. So look that up. This is first questions and answers. This one's a creative spin on learning, and puzzle pieces are probably going to fall out. But check this out. So there's 5 or 6 puzzles. You see all those puzzle pieces on this side? And then there's facts about whatever's in that puzzle over on this side. So while Weston is working on the puzzle, I read this to him. And then after a while, he starts telling me about it before I even get a chance to read. We will take this on car trips, to restaurants, whatever. It's a heavier book. However, because it can lie flat, the puzzle pieces are really easy to keep track of, and he can just use it like a table. We love this book. It's called Under the Sea Jigsaw Book. Bug Hotel is one of our brand new titles. We also have a Bird Hotel, which is very similar. These ones are going to be a lift the flap book of discovery, all about whatever that topic is. So there's tons of flaps in it that talks about all the main insects that you'll encounter, about their habitat and what they need to live. And then at the end, it teaches you how to make a bug hotel, so you can have a little place where they can live in harmony. And again, we have one called Bird Hotel as well. Mysteries and Marvels of Nature is in my top 5 books that we have for sure. It is so fascinating. It talks about how animals and plants relate to each other and to the world around them. Essentially talks about kind of the way Weston describes it is the superpowers of these animals. So like what helps them survive? Like the horned lizard has blood that shoots out of its head when predators get near, so that way predators can taste it, and it tastes so bad they don't want to eat the horned lizard. Different things like that. These pictures are just phenomenal. Anyway, that's Mysteries and Marvels of Nature. Our Big Book series is one of our most popular series. It's got fold-out pages. There will be 4 fold-out pages per big book. This one's Stars and Planets, but there are several in this lineup. There's animals, there's sea creatures, there's trucks and machines, there's trains, there's tractors, there's the body, huge images, and then they've got little bite-sized chunks of information that you can read right along with them. That's the Big Book series. The Great Wildlife Search has become a real fun one for us. It's a combination of several individual titles we used to carry. If you see Animal Search in our catalog, just skip that and get this because this includes that. So what's going on is this collage, this crazy picture of all these different things, and then they go around the corners or the borders and they find that. It'll tell you barracudas are curious and sometimes follow a diver. Find 5 of them. So you find 5 of them. So you're gonna it's like a seek and find with facts. and it covers all the different habitats. It's so fascinating. We've really enjoyed doing this, and it's kind of like a dual partner activity. All you need to know before you start school is a favorite, especially right before school, but it's great to prepare ahead of time. It goes through everything you're going to know before you enter kindergarten. So if you have a preschooler, it's a great thing to stock up on just to give them a little quiz. From opposites to what you do during the day, to like animals and seasons and weather. It's just a really good book to have for kiddos that are like 3, 4, and 5. Last but not least, our older kids have something similar. These are 2 of our concept series that are great for this age that I'm targeting right now, adding and subtracting and telling the time. This will talk about number bonds, and it's got flaps galore, using a number line, and we're going to start working on this with Weston. It just, again, brings a visual concept approach, I guess, to a sometimes difficult concept for those that need something pictorial. Telling the time is another one, just to show you real quick what it looks like inside. We're starting to work on this with Weston. Once you can count by 5s, they can tell time. It's got digital as well, and in the back, we don't have it because Weston lost it, but there's hands that you can make your own clock with. So there you go. And with Usborne, you can learn all the time, and they won't even know it because they'll be having fun. So thank you for joining.